Good morning, September 11th, 66 degrees, mostly cloudy. The 20-year anniversary of 9/11/2001. Hard to imagine. If you were alive and weren't a young child at that time, you likely have vivid images in your mind, embedded emotions. Our world changed that morning, and I think everybody knew it, just not the full extent of the change. Something similar is happening these last 18 months through a pandemic. Although our world isn't changing in an instant like 9/11, it is changing. I think everybody knows it, and we don't know the full extent of that change. So uncertainty and potentially fear and grieving. But God knows. He is there. He's inviting us to trust Him and to walk with Him daily, one day at a time, one step at a time. So we continue on some of these same themes that have been consistent throughout this journey. Time for another 2021 steps. The world changes. Our God is unchanging and unsurprised, thankfully. I remember one of my most vivid memories from September 2001, not on September 11th, but days later, first hearing and then seeing the first plane in the sky after they'd been grounded for days. Something that had been ubiquitous and taken for granted became surreal, but also a sign of hope and moving forward. I had that kind of a experience, I guess, a little bit in Nashville in the beginning of June at a conference with a couple thousand others being packed into an elevator with no masks on. It felt surreal and yet a sign of hope. And I find myself looking and longing for other signs, glimpses like that in this present season, perhaps tomorrow, as our church gathers indoors for the first time in 18 months, still with uncertainty, still with the reminder that we're living in a pandemic, and yet maybe a glimmer of hope as well. Joy and sorrow, lamenting and longing can mingle together. Father in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our sin. Help us as we forgive others who sin against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Glad you're on the journey. Hope to see you tomorrow. Grace and peace to all.